Woo! Welcome back, man. This is Bruce Parker, aka the Shive Geek, and this is Planet Shive, episode 4. You did. Now, today, or tonight, or whenever you hear this, you know what I'm saying? I'm rocking solo. You dig? Dolo like a motherfucker. You heard me? Yeah, nigga doing this one by myself. But I got a lot of shit to talk about, man. I want to talk about, movies. What's up with the fighting game scene. It's a lot of shit going on in hip hop. Cops still killing niggas with their hands up, you dig? And police, man, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna take up too much of your time. First, first, you dig, we're gonna get into this shit. I feel like, well, first let me say, my fucking Blackberry just got destroyed. Not destroyed, but I got water in my Blackberry, you dig? So, how that happened was I was chilling by my nigga, and I had my windows down because it was hot as fuck, and then it started raining hard as fuck, and I didn't even realize my fucking windows was cracked, and I had my laptop and my BlackBerry in my book bag, and both of them bitches got wet. My laptop sustained some damage, but it ain't, it ain't like I can't use it. Obviously, I'm podcasting right now, but the BlackBerry is shot. My shit is fucking gone. And that's fucked up because, I keep a lot of, well, if you don't know, BlackBerry got a notebook folder. You know what I'm saying? You can write music, write notes, write whatever you want to write. I had 16 gigs worth of music. Well, I could tell, I could always take the SD slot out, but, that was my main MP3 player. So now I had to go out and buy some blank discs to play my CDs for a car. Shit is really a hassle. It is really a hassle. Um, so yeah, the next phone I get, whenever that's gonna be, it's gonna have to be a phone that can hold a lot of, hold a lot of music. I need a high definition camera, hopefully 1080p, a good processor, like just a dope phone. I don't know, but I can't afford that shit right now, man. Just don't the Snapchat app don't work. The Snapchat app don't work. And I be looking at a lot of other people on Snapchat and shit, and I guess it's like a Moto G issue. But I really want to get back to Snapchat when I'm not around Wi-Fi, man. So Snapchat, if you're hearing this, fix the fucking app, man. Moto G, fix the fucking app. Grade a nigga the lollipop. I know y'all don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool. Whatever. Alright. I really, 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 really want a PS4. And I feel like at this point, NetherRealm Studios is being disrespectful by not releasing the fucking Mortal Kombat 10 to the past gen. And the only thing I'm gonna say about that shit is, if Call of Duty can keep on dropping Black Ops games, just Call of Duty games, period, on the past gen, then so can NetherRealm Studios. And that's just my personal opinion. Fuck what a nigga say. You dig? But I really want a PS4. You dig? I don't know. Man. So recently, if you got a laptop and you're on a PC, not a Mac, if you're on PC, then you should be, and you have Windows 7, you should have been eligible for Windows 10. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody should have had that update, or you should be updating by now. And I updated, and I actually like it. It's cool. It's cool as fuck. They took away the tiles, which I think was kind of lame because I wouldn't get rid of a whole program just because people don't adapt to what's newly going on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people stuck on that Windows 7 shit, but Windows 10 is more, I want to say it's more like Windows 7 than Windows 8 because we actually have a start button again, a start button that functions like a start button. And they put the tiles, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's kind of like the tiles is still there, but it's in the start button and it's a lot smaller. And all your apps are still here. File Explorer, settings, power, all apps, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit is still there. It's dope. I can't complain, man. It's real dope. And there's some shit named Hey Cortana. That shit is fire as fuck. It's kind of like Siri before the computer. Um, I haven't, I bought my computer in 2013, so it's kind of like my computer has a bad battery. I can only use it for like up to 3 hours without having it on the charger. And it runs hot sometimes, but that's like the only flaws on my laptop in my personal opinion. I haven't really delved that deep into Windows 10 to like, see the big changes besides the face value changes, but I like it, man. I like it. It's cool. I can't complain. I can't complain at all. And I would say I'm glad it was free because if I had to pay for it, I wouldn't have paid for it. I would have downloaded it illegally. But I don't think it was. I don't think it's worth paying for. Like the switch from Windows 8 to Windows 10. I don't think that's something that's worth having to pay for at the moment. But you know, it's a lot of shit going on right now, so you never know, man. You never know what can happen. All right. And the last thing I want to say about that is, if you read comic books like me, I read comic books digitally on the app. And the app that I was using for the past 2 years on Windows 8, they started charging for it, I guess in preparation for Windows 10, and they made it 99 cents. And I'm not about to pay 99 cents when I'm already downloading comics illegally, even though I do support the comic industry by buying hard copies when I want to. But I just went and got a free comic book app, so that's like my only little complaint about that. Now, moving on to movies and film. I've been binge watching a lot of Friends lately on Netflix. I don't know if you know, but Netflix has the whole entire series of Friends. And as a kid, no, I ain't gonna say as a kid, but as a young dude, I used to watch Friends a lot. But you know, like when the show was instant, like when the show was going on, you're not gonna be able to catch like every single episode, especially a show that's going on for 10 years. Like I know there's episodes in Martin that I've never seen. You know what I'm saying? It's just not possible for you to see every single one. But anyway, I've been watching Friends on Netflix, and I'm like 3 seasons in, and it's fucking dope. It's like I know it's out of character for me to like Friends, but it's really a good show. It's like Chandler is an asshole. Joey, I don't want to say he dumb, but you know what I'm saying, that nigga's something. Phoebe is like a hug the world post person. She's a tree hugger. Monica about her business. Ross, you know what I'm saying? Rachel, I fuck with Jennifer Aniston in real life. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, I really fuck with it, man. I really fuck with the whole campaign. It's like, really what I'm waiting on is for the episodes when Monica and Chandler get together. Because, as you know, when I was young, I don't really remember how that happened, but I know it was dope. And then I remember, like, the last episode, Ross and Rachel got back together, and Rachel had Ross' baby before that, and then Joey told Rachel he loved and shit like that. Like, see, I had missed all that other shit, you dig? So that's why I'm trying to watch that shit right now and see what's going on with that shit, you dig? And recently, I went movie hopping at my local theater, and I seen Ant-Man, Jurassic World, and Southpaw. Now, let me tell you about these movies. If you know me, you know I'm a DC fan, DC Comics. Like, I fuck with Marvel, but it's like I'm not gung-ho about a lot of Marvel shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, some shit I really enjoy, like the Captain America. Like, I'm really waiting on that part 3 to Civil War. I think I talked about that in the last podcast, so a couple other ones. I'm really waiting on that one. I seen Age of Ultron, the bootleg. I'm going to have to watch the real one to see, you know what I'm saying, how I really feel about it, because there was a lot of parts I couldn't hear. A lot of shit was too dark. But for the most part, I think Marvel is cool. And, you know, it's worth paying to see. It's just I'm a bigger DC fan. But anyway, Ant-Man. Let me say this. Ant-Man, the movie that we got was not the original script. I think they had like a director or writer that was there, and he had a script, and then Marvel didn't agree. So he parted ways, and he took a script with him, and then Marvel or somebody else wrote a whole entire new script. And the new script that they got, I'm not mad at it. My nigga Tip in the movie, Paul Rudd, if that's how you say that boy name, he funny. I like him from 40-Year-Old Virgin, 40s. You know, it's a bunch of shit he done played in, but I like him. Really, like, he was a selling point on the movie, you know what I'm saying? Because I like who he is as an actor. And I think he did a good job. It was kind of like, it started off, I ain't gonna say it started off slow, but it's not, I don't want to say it's not a typical Marvel movie. You dig? It's kind of like, it's a little bit different, but I feel like when they got to the action, that shit was fire as fuck, and I'm really looking forward to see what they got in store for him, because I think it's cool that he could switch between big and small and be punching the shit out of niggas and shit, and like, it's this scene where he fighting the Wasp, not the Wasp, but whatever the nigga name is, the dude from The Strain. The main good guy from The Strain is the bad guy Ant-Man. And it's this scene where they like fighting in his daughter's room, and they got like a little small train track, like, you know, a kid's train track, and like they fighting on the train track, and they keep skipping the camera from big to small, and it's kind of like Ant-Man punched the Wasp, and homeboy like get ran over by the train tracks, and then they skip it to like they zoom out to show how how the realistic view, and this shit just funny. I can't even explain it, but it is funny. So I would recommend going to see Ant-Man. Jurassic World, I really went to go see that because this chick I went to Cox with, Helen Cox with, say she was in a movie. And I didn't see her in the movie, but that's really why I wanted to see it. Cause I was like, fucking right, my nigga in the movie. Even though she not that cool with me. Whatever. It's cool. But she said she was in the movie, but I didn't see her in the movie, so that was kind of disappointing. But it was a good movie. I think, in my opinion, I'm not like a big, huge Jurassic Park fan, but it was better than the original, in my opinion. You dig? Or maybe it's just because... Like, I went to see the original, like, 2 years ago, because it came back out in theaters, and I was just like... The whole movie for me was kind of like, it was just a big fuck up because of the fat white dude. Like, had he not been trying to sell his daddy shit and do all that extra shit, none of that shit would have happened. But in this movie, it was actually like the science's fault, so they're going to do sequels and shit, and it was cool. I like it. And I don't know if that Tyrannosaurus, the T-Rex at the end was the original T-Rex, but whatever, like, it was dope as fuck, in my opinion. You feel me? And that boy, Chris Pratt is a fool. I fuck with dude. Now, the last one, Southpaw. I was at the show watching Southpaw. And mind you, I movie hop to see all these movies. So I only paid for like 2. I went one day and seen one of them. I think I seen Jurassic World one day, and then I seen Ant-Man and Southpaw the next day. So I paid for 2, seen 3. But Southpaw almost made a real nigga cry at the show, you dig? That shit crazy. Even though in the previews they're going to tell you, like they're going to show you what's going to happen, it's like the way they lead up to that shit, it's kind of fucked up. I felt for that man. You know what I'm saying? Like... And the fact that the only reason he ain't knocked Buddy's head off is because he wasn't there when he went to go knock his head off for killing his wife. That, I feel like that's a testament to God. Even though it's a movie, it's kind of like, maybe that ain't what you're supposed to be doing. Maybe you're not supposed to kill a nigga. Maybe you're not supposed to go to jail. Maybe you're supposed to get your shit together and be the man for your daughter, you dig? So, that's my spiel on these movies and shit, you dig? Well, matter of fact, hold on. Let me back it up a little bit. I rewatched Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and I'm watching The Dark Knight Rises. And what I'm noticing is that some shit that I didn't know when I was younger is Batman Begins, that shit is dope as fuck because it's really dealing with the mob. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit fire as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Falcone and Maroni and shit. Like, if you read, like, The Long Halloween, that storyline, and you can get, you know what I'm saying, kind of where that influence and shit came from, that shit was dope as fuck. And then Ra's al Ghul, Liam Neeson is a fire actor. You know what I'm saying? So the Batman Begins is really doper than what I gave it credit for back in the day. And I really used to like it back in the day. Then I was watching The Dark Knight, and I was just like, man, like, that nigga Joker is fucking ruthless, man. This nigga having people killed for the fuck of it, taking niggas' money, took the mob money, fucked over the mob, fucked over Gotham. And I feel like had he not have died, he would have been in the third movie. You know what I'm saying? In some way, form, or fashion. That shit dope. And then I'm watching part 3, and I like it, man. I really fuck with Christopher Nolan and what he doing. And after I watch The Dark Knight Rises, I'm going to go back and watch Man of Steel for like the 5th time. I love that movie. I know a lot of comic book fans and a lot of Superman heads don't like that shit, but I'm not I wasn't a Superman head before that, but I fucking salute that movie, man. That movie is dope as fuck to me, for real. And I feel like, really, dog, they could really do a fucking prequel with Russell Crowe as that boy daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, just on some Kryptonian shit, like, in my opinion. You feel me? Alright, and, really, man, I keep watching the Batman versus Superman trailer, and I keep watching the Suicide trailer, and I'm just like, I notice a difference in the Jokers from Jared Leto to Heath Ledger's that, in Heath Ledger, he had the paint, and they've got Jared Leto to where his whole fucking body is, you know what I'm saying, white, like maybe he really did fall into acid this time, so they're keeping it a little bit truer to the origin. Well, then again, Joy don't have no definitive origins, but you know how that shit go. So I'm really looking forward to it, man. That fucking Batman versus Superman, dog. It's like, that's one of those movies to where, like, every once in a while a movie come out that I hear about and I just be like, fuck it, man. I hope I'm alive to see this shit. Like, I hope I don't fucking die in between now and when that movie come out. And that's another one of them movies for me. You dig? And I remember The Dark Knight was one of them movies for me too. So yeah, man, Batman versus Superman. I'm really looking forward to that shit, for real, for real. Alright, moving on. The NetherRealm fighting game community, MKX. So since we last talked, like I was saying, I wish that One of the Yomi guys won Evo, but they didn't. I think they came in top 3. And the boy Sonic Fox won. And salute, you know what I'm saying? Salute that, because that man paid for his college. Like, I think he won like $90,000 in total, because he got 60 bands from the fucking online league for Mortal Kombat, and then I think Evo was like 30 bands. And then he won like 3 other games at Evo. So really, that boy probably got like 120 bands. Anyway, the nigga college just paid for it. You dig? From playing fucking video games. A 17-year-old nigga just paid for his college tuition by playing video games. Dreams do come true if you work hard. But like I said, man, I'm not a fan of that boy, so I ain't gonna talk too much about that. And honestly, since NetherRealm hasn't released any since they haven't released Mortal Kombat X for the PS3, it's like I can't even go and test your might and enjoy the conversation. Like, I can't partake in shit because I don't have the fucking game. I can't play it. Like I said, I played it at Yomi and it was dope, but I fucking lost. I didn't know what I was doing. It's like, why the fuck are y'all not releasing this game for the PS3? Like, y'all, I don't know, man. I don't know. But fuck that shit. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? At this point, man, fuck NetherRealm, fuck Ed Boon, fuck all them boys. Like, by the time Injustice 2 come out, I have a PS4, so it's cool. Hopefully the fucking... If Mortal Kombat 3 come out before this year is out, then I'll retract my statements and apologize. But if not, fuck y'all niggas, man. Y'all say fuck us, bro. That's fucked up. That's real fucked up. So now, we're going to get into what I wanted to talk about. Hip-hop. What's going on in hip-hop? What's new in hip-hop? You know what I'm saying? And before I get into the gossipy shit, because, you know, I don't really like the gossipy shit. That's why you don't see no gossip posts on my fucking blog. I don't like that shit. Like, I read it, I soak it in, but it's kind of like, I don't feel like I need to partake in having those kind of discussions. Or as far as, like, I'm not going to post about some rumor shit for the hits and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all want that, y'all go to Media Takeout, y'all go to whatever. Like, see, I don't know, but I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Fuck all that shit. But anyway, before I get into the negative, I'm going to say the positive. My nigga Cole last night sold out Madison Square Garden. Not the theater, but the garden. And I heard there are people singing that boy shit word for word. My nigga Cole, and when I say Cole, I mean J. Cole. Cole is a king, man. Salute. You got Cole, YG, Big Sean, and I don't even know who else on tour. I know it's them 3, but salute that man Cole, man. I told niggas, bro. I told niggas since that first album, dog, Cole is going to be a fucking problem. You got the 3 kings of hip-hop. Drizzy, Kendrick, and Cole. Kendrick, Drizzy, and Cole. Cole, Kendrick, and Drizzy. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the 3 kings of hip-hop, man. Salute that man. That man doing big things. For real, for real. All right, now. I know y'all want to hear about this shit. Niggas know, you know, niggas want to hear my opinion. I'm with the Young Money shit. I fuck with the Young Money shit. Alright, Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj is on tour. World tour, I think, whatever. You know, I think it's Dej Loaf, Racial Murder, Meek Mill, and Nicki, in that order, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, I know Meek coming out right before Nicki. Nicki coming out smashing this shit every night, you dig? So, Meek and Nicki are in a relationship, if y'all don't know. So, Meek Mill, last week on Twitter, came out and said that, basically, I'm going to make y'all know, y'all already know how that shit go, man. The boy Meek said Drake don't write his own raps. He said, stop comparing me to Drake. That nigga don't even write his own music. That nigga ain't even write the verse on my album, that Rico. You dig? When I found out, I heard the young bull spit it in his voice, and I was like, oh, man, that nigga didn't write that shit, man. Honestly, I thought the whole Girl of Your Dream shit was about me. That's what Meek said. Now, when he said young bull, he talking about the homeboy Quentin Miller. You know what I'm saying? This is a young Atlanta nigga. He been writing reference tracks for Drake. You dig? That's true. That's very true. And so since then, the internet went into a frenzy. Meek had a lot of momentum. You dig? He had a lot of momentum. And I feel like he had the ball in his court. But what Meek did, instead of like dropping a track following shortly after, the nigga, he just started, he kept tweeting and fucking Instagramming, you dig? So let me tell y'all some shit I seen on Twitter from like more than one person, and I'm gonna just put this out for y'all like that, right? Boom. All right. So they got Meek Mill, right? Meek Mill and Flex conspired to take out Drizzy Drake once Meek Mill found out that Drake didn't write his own raps. So what happened was Drama, some kind of way, Drama fucked with Quentin Miller. You know, it's that Atlanta shit, man. Them niggas fuck with each other. Drama had the reference tracks. Meek Mill wrote a diss track about Drake. I think really before everything really popped off, he had that bitch wrote, but he wanted to use the Quentin Miller reference tracks in the fucking diss. So he was like trying to get Drama to buy the shit. He was trying to buy the shit from Drama. So, you know, Meek tweeting that shit, and then that boy Drake came out with the song like that Saturday. Like I think 4 days later, Drake came out with that I'm charged up. You dig? And niggas say Meek and Flex ain't expect that shit. So then them boys were just still sitting on the track because they was waiting on that boy Drama. So then a couple days later, Drake dropped that back-to-back, slaughtered that boy. So now them niggas is looking pressed because they got the track, but they don't want to release that shit. This is what I'm hearing. You know what I'm saying? This is just hearsay. So then Drama sold the track to fucking Meek Mill. So then, you know, Flex came out with the reference track. Oh, Drake got such and such amount of reference tracks, and then they released that Wanna Know from Meek Mill. And it was a like lackluster response. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people was kind of like he should have came harder. That shit wasn't hot. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, you know, that shit was lackluster. The ball, you know what I'm saying? Two standout bars for me was when he said Diddy smacked that bitch or some shit, and then he said T.I. partner peed on Drake. And then, so more to that story is the nigga that peed on Drake is Cap. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if y'all listen to T.I., but the nigga that he references, like, you know, late night, some hard white, you know, Kappa killer, niggas was scared, Kappa killer nigga in the same night. Like, you know, go back and listen to trap music. You know, like, if you a T.I. fan, you know who fucking Cap is. Just like if you're a Wayne fan, you know who Marley G. Just like if you're a Jigga fan, you know who Emery is. You know what I'm saying? It's just like certain shit you just, you know. So the story with that is, they was at the Takers premiere. You know, Takers came out in 2011. They was at the Takers premiere, and that boy Cap is fucking drunk. And he peed in the aisle. And I guess whatever aisle he peed in, Drake was there. And the boy was drunk as fucking. Niggas say like he apologized about the shit and all that. So really, like, from what I heard, it's kind of like it wasn't even no situation to where a nigga just pulled his dick out and started peeing on Drake like he was a little bitch. It was like, you know, it wasn't even that kind of situation. And I guess it wasn't even supposed to get out. So back to the story. Drama sold the track to Meek Mill. When Drama heard what Meek Mill did with the shit, he got mad because it's kind of like, nigga, I just put my integrity on the line. You know what I'm saying, and gave you information, and you ain't really do shit with it. You dig? Cause you got to think about it. Like, a lot of, like, Drake is, like, the biggest artist in hip-hop. You dig? So it's kind of like, to go against Drake, you know what I'm saying, you burn some bridges. Like, just like me, like, he didn't burn some bridges. Like, why, you know, like, why fuck up some shit when you can get money with a nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, if that nigga helping you eat, that nigga put you on it, in my opinion. Drake put Meek on his first tour, on the Paradise tour. I think that was the same tour where he put Kendrick and fucking A$AP Rocky. Yeah, it was Kendrick, A$AP Rocky, and Meek Mill. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. But it's like he put, you know what I'm saying, he gave these niggas a little bit of shine, like help these niggas out. So it's kind of like, I just don't get. And then, you know what I'm saying, the man was willing to free. But it's like, you know, it's a whole bunch of other shit. Like, niggas said that. Then I heard another story was, more detail was that Meek came to Drake about the shit. And Drake ain't like how that boy came at him, so them boys had a disagreement about it. You know what I'm saying? And then Meek had the Coming Home concert and Drake ain't show up, nor did Drake tweet the album out. So I feel like niggas said them boys are so cool that Meek was like, shit, even if he is mad, he's still gonna fuck with a nigga. Like, he's still gonna come to the concert and tweet it out. So, you know, niggas saying like that's why that boy mad. But at the end of the day, for me, I know for a fact he not mad at the hip. Like, it's not like, well, shit, the king of hip hop don't write his own rap, so I'm going to go ahead and just expose this nigga. It ain't even that. Like, it's on some personal shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas saying they got shit to do with Nicki. I don't know about that. I ain't hear nothing about that. I'm real, like I said, I'm not fucking with Nicki campaign. As long as Nicki affiliating with a nigga like Meek Mill, I'm not buying no more records. And I bought all 3 of the first albums, and I fuck with all the mixtapes. Well, I fuck with Playtime Is Over and Beam Me Up Scotty. And a sucker free, I think she had some shit. But anyway, I'm not fucking with Nicki as long as she fucking with Meek, straight up. That's just my opinion. Yeah, you did. So, that's my spill on that shit. Now, I will say, as a humongous Drake fan, Drake is my favorite rapper of all time. When I first found out he was getting tracks wrote for him, I thought, in my head, it's like when you say you writing for Drake, that means you writing word for word, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then when I listen to the tracks, the nigga Quinn, he's not writing shit word for word. Like, Drake taking a couple bars and you know what I'm saying, a flow. Shit, he might even switch up the flow. and do some other shit with it. But it's like, to me, I don't know. I don't have a problem with that on this. If you're reading This Is Not Too Late project, because if you're a Drake fan like me, then you know if you're reading this now it's too late or whatever this shit called. It's like that's like really a departure from what Drake does. So I can never listen to that whole mixtape album again and be totally content. You feel me? So at this point, I'm just waiting on their views from the 6, man. Because I went back and looked at the other albums. Quentin Miller's name is not on those credits. You dig? So I feel like Drake went and tried to reach the street crowd or the street audience, and you know what I'm saying? I feel like he got some of those niggas' attention, but then again, I feel like with this shit happening, it kind of backfired. But either way, like, Drake is Drake, man. He don't need that. Like, you know, Drake should just do what Drake does, whatever Drake does, and I'm gonna buy it. You feel me? And that's my whole thoughts on that. And I just feel like, aside from the music what Meek Mill did, that's not some real nigga shit, in my opinion. You feel me? It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all don't know, that nigga Meek was fucking, Nicki and Meek was fucking each other way before that nigga went to jail. You know what I'm saying? She was cheating on the boy SB. She been with SB for 10 years. So, for you to be like, it's like if you fuck that nigga or lady, that's one thing. Now you got the nigga or lady to leave him and be with you. That's a whole different ball game. But then to like mock and talk like, yeah, nigga, I'm fucking your bitch. Like, nigga, you weak. You such and such. Like, man, you take the music aside. It sounded like any other nigga bust Meek fucking head open, dog. Like, that shit have really turned into some other shit. So for me, it's like I'm not fucking with Meek, man. I don't like the Twitter finger. I don't like how you talking on Twitter. I feel like a real nigga don't expose it. I mean, not even expose, but if I got a problem with my nigga, I'm not gonna talk about it on social media. Like, I'm not gonna be on Facebook or Twitter like, nigga, you a blah, blah, blah. Like, I could call that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got your number. Like, holler at me, nigga. You dig? So for me, you know what I'm saying? When niggas come out their mouth and be like, man, I'm a street nigga, I'm this, I'm that, like, that shit fugazi to me. It's just me personally, you dig? That shit fugazi. I'm not fucking with Meek. I don't fuck with his campaign. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all fuck with that shit, salute to you, but I'm not fucking with Meek. And like I said, as long as Nicki is affiliated with Meek Mill, I'm not buying anything else. I'm not listening. I'm not buying it. None of that shit. Fuck it. Y'all got that. I ain't fucking with that. Only fuck with the real. Alright. So OVO Fest was a couple nights ago. Drake got on stage and performed Charged Up and Back to Back, and he gave us a little snippet of a third track called Three-Peat, which I feel like he probably gonna release now that Meek Mill got a new track out. Meek Mill released the shit yesterday in Charlotte, I think. And from what they say on Twitter, it was whack, but then again, everybody got different opinions. I'd have to hear it, but I do know that boy Meek said he'll give Drake a wedgie, and he said something about sending shots to the whole OVO, bullet holes or some shit, so nigga won't take it. I guess it is what it is. So yeah, there's a new track called Three-Peat. I was hearing that this shit is gonna be some monumental shit that Meek not gonna be able to recover from. But I don't know, man. But I do know that boy Drake got on that OVO stage and treated that bitch like it was Summer Jam 2001. Yeah, man. Nigga got on that bitch on some shit and put buku memes behind it, like a lot of memes, man. Had that boy Meek out here looking super fugazi. Back to back, man, that bitch a dog. It's like, I don't know, like, first of all, nigga, don't go to war unless your money right. Second of all, nigga, don't go to war unless you got the shit planned out. You tripping. You know what I'm saying? Nigga saying, boy, your career could take a big ass hit because of this shit, nigga. You just did 250,000 records in the first week. You had your first #1 album. You on a fucking world tour and you in a relationship with Nicki Minaj. Like, nigga, you should be happy as fuck. Like, what do you have to be negative about? I don't know, bro. You never know what these niggas be dealing with behind closed doors, you heard me? So that's why I say, man, these niggas fugazi. But I can't tell y'all that the entire Twitter, I follow, you know what I'm saying, the majority of black Twitter. Twitter side with Drake. Majority of niggas. It's a lot of Drake fans that came out the woodwork. And then it's a lot of people that say they ain't fucking with Meek Mill. And I don't know how true that is. I can tell you, me, like, personally, I never fuck with Meek Mills. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was never a nigga that I personally would listen to. I don't think he garbage. You know, so I think he kind of nice for what he does, but it's kind of like he just not my, you know what I'm saying, that's just not the type of shit I want to listen to. But, yeah, so, I don't know, man. I guess social media is playing a bigger role. It's playing a lot bigger role, man. These niggas got to be smart. But I'm moving on from that. The boy Nipsey Hussle got on Twitter the other day, and he agreed with a nigga saying that black women are a disgrace to the black race. And the crazy part is, the nigga that said this shit was Hispanic. So it's like, what the fuck? You're not part of the black race, my G. So you don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't comment for us. Like, don't comment for us. And even though Nipsey apologized, that's still some sucker shit to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, man. I be telling y'all, man, stop fucking with these niggas. These niggas don't fuck with black people, man. Like if you the type of nigga that feel like you don't fuck with black women, don't fuck. You know what I'm saying? Niggas see me, nigga feel whatever kind of way they feel about a nigga, holler at me. But I feel like you a lame ass nigga if you black and you don't fuck with black women. And I even know, and when I say fuck with, I mean like when you feel like you gotta be disrespectful about it. Like you could be with whoever you want to be with. That's on you. But to come out your mouth and be disrespectful about it, it's kind of like that's super fugazi. Like it was a nigga on Twitter last night going off on black chicks. I had to unfollow the nigga. Like, yeah, nigga, you funny on Twitter, but like, nigga, what the fuck is you doing? Like, who, like, nigga, is your mama not black? The fuck? These niggas fugazi, dog. But you know, I be having conversations with my nigga Jay. And it just be like a lot of niggas, not a lot of niggas, but some people think differently. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect everybody to think the same. So if you want to go ahead and bash black women, my G, you can do that. I'm just not going to partake in that shit. I'm not going to listen to that shit. I don't fuck with that shit. You dig? And if we was in person and you was bashing black women, bro, we'd have an issue. But anyway, man, off hip hop. And more so towards the black power movement. I was running there with my nigga the other day, and he was telling me about, well, we had a little slight conversation about black people in America, and he was telling me that how he had an aunt and uncle that was really a Black Panther. And I was like, man, that's cool as fuck, because if you think about it, it's kind of like they dismantled the Black Panthers, they destroyed them. But it's just like in Douglasville, Paulding County, they got these KKK flyers going around. It's kind of like join the Klan. You know what I'm saying? The Klan wants you. And the funny thing about that is they asking people how they feel about the Klan, and it's kind of like, well, it's just a group. Like, you know, it's just a group. They're not harming anybody. It's like, how could the Klan openly recruit people? And it's racism. It's like pure racism, but they dismantled the Black Panthers. I'm not even going to get too deep in that, man. I'm just going to let you sit with that. They fucking destroyed the Black Panthers. But it is openly okay and cool in Georgia for white people to pass out, or let me say, for KKK members to pass out flyers saying that they want people to join their Klan. Just like they had the fucking Confederate flag rally in Stone Mountain. My personal opinion on that is fuck the Confederate flag. Fuck you if you fuck with the Confederate flag. I don't fuck with you if you fuck with the Confederate flag. And I ain't got nothing to say to nobody that represent that shit or that, you know what I'm saying, hold that shit dear to their heart. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? You see me? It is what it is. You dig? But I'm definitely not fucking with that shit. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. Well, not anyway, but also, the Sandra Black. I'm so sorry. The Sandra Bland. I see it be a lot of hype on social media, like when somebody gets killed when a black person gets killed by the police, but like it's only for that moment. Like it's only a few people that care, like the other 364 days out the year, unless it's a leap year, then you know whatever. But my take on that is, actually, the funny thing is, it's not funny, but I thought about this. That wouldn't happen in Atlanta because so many people don't use signals. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like some shit they can only get away with in fucking whatever part of Texas that is. I didn't even know it was a law. I didn't even know you could go to jail for not fucking signaling. For not fucking, you can get, I don't know, man. This shit is just weird to me because I see this shit all the time over here in Atlanta, and I just be like, people need to learn how to drive. But a lot of people defending the cops saying, well, if a cop tells you to put a cigarette out and this and that, and it's kind of like, what the fuck does a cigarette have to do with me saying yes, officer, no, officer? You dig? Like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, people just being assholes, and I feel like some cops abuse their authority. And I also feel like some cops was pussy. You know what I'm saying? They be pussy in real life. It be a nigga that's a hoe. He a hoe. That boy's scary. You know what I'm saying? Nigga put a badge on. Nigga poke their chests out, they feel like they run shit. Like, bitch, you don't run shit, in my opinion. You don't run shit, man. It's kind of like, I don't respect that shit, man. And I feel like, yeah, the family is suing, but suing don't bring back that woman's life. Like, what the fuck was she doing wrong to deserve being fucking killed in a fucking jail, bro? Then they gonna say it's suicide. She killed herself. She killed herself, bro. She was riding through Texas going on the way to fucking starting a job and she killed herself. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, if you watch the video, bro, the lady was saying, I can't wait to take it to court. Now, I will say this. Maybe it's like, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, I hate to say shit like this, but, you know what I'm saying, just like my daddy told me, man, just fucking, yes officer, no officer, try not to give them no attitude, try not to make them feel froggy, try not to make them leap, you know what I'm saying, try to remain calm, but like, and then you gotta know how to talk to them, like, if they sitting there talking that bullshit, it's kind of like, well, shit, am I being detained? If I'm not being detained, then am I free to go? No, it ain't even am I free to go, am I being detained? If I'm not being detained, then I'm free to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you consent to search? No, I don't consent to search. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, it just be like simple shit that they just be being assholes about, bro. And don't get me wrong, it's good cops. You feel me? But that don't excuse this shit, man. That don't excuse this shit at all. So rest in peace to Sandra Blands and rest in peace to fucking everybody, bro. The list is too long. I really went and looked at the list the other day on Tumblr. The list is fucking long, bro. It's a long list. Now, something else that's upsetting me is these people, I want to say white people, like white people getting upset about this fucking lion, that lion that got killed by a dentist. And I ain't got no words for it. But you see they care about a lion's life? They don't care about your life, my nigga. And also, like I said, man, I'm tired of the black women getting slandered from black men on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate that shit. I don't agree with that shit, man. I don't know who's raising these fugazi ass niggas, who's raising these niggas that hate theyself, but y'all boys gotta stop it, man. For real. It is. And also, my last little tidbit is, this is something I thought about when I was in the shower. Next time I get arrested, and I'm not arrested, I ain't never been arrested, I'm not gonna wood. Next time you get pulled over, what I think you should do is post on Facebook, if you have a Facebook, tag your location. Like geographically, tag the location. Let your people know where you at. Let your people know that, hey, I just got pulled over, I'm not feeling suicidal, I have nothing in the car, blah, 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 blah. You post that, and then you hit record on your phone. You know what I'm saying? Hit record so the bitch run out of fucking memory, man. And that's how you gotta rock it, dog. Cause they gonna fuck over you if not. You know what I'm saying? They were supposed to give Sandra calls, and she had to get, you know what I'm saying? She was using calls from a different phone, not even like the regular fucking inmate phone. So, you know, just record the encounter and hope for the best, man. Don't argue with them people. Don't move suddenly. Don't give them no attitude. Don't give them a reason to take your life. And man, that is it, man. That's, you know what I'm saying, that's the bulk of what I wanted to talk about. So, yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at www.twitter.com/Planet Shive. You can follow me on Instagram at Instagram is not a URL, but my Instagram is Planet Shive. My Twitter is Planet Shive. My Facebook is Planet Shive. My YouTube is Planet Shive. Get it. Follow me, subscribe to the YouTube. Fuck with your boy, man. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate every listen, man. And share this. If you like it, share it, man. If not, tell me what you don't like about it. If the shit trash, tell me if it's trash. You know what I'm saying? Just talk to a nigga. But yeah, man. I'm out. Audi 5000. It's your boy Bruce Parker. Planet Shive. Fuck with me.